Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Perfect Sense for Life Luminaries Leadership Training. Tonight is a teacher training on how to launch a Young Living leader. My name is Trisha Bart. I'm a gold leader in Young Living with the Perfect Sense for Life Luminaries team, and thank you so much for joining us and taking time out of your busy life to be here tonight. This is a super condensed version of all the leadership training in the game plan by Young Living Diamond Sarah Harnish. That's this amazing book, and I encourage you to pick up a copy very soon. But tonight, this leadership training will give you the nuts and bolts to get you started. I've been walking through Sarah's boot camp alongside leaders in our team and crossline leaders, and we're seeing incredible growth in those teams. And this is the tool I wish I had from the beginning of my Young Living business for training myself and those interested in sharing the oily goodness. I was joking with the ladies who are on the call with me tonight that I used to just torture people that were interested in sharing Young Living. Gosh, they would sit with me for an hour, maybe 2 hours, and I would give them books and a stack of stuff to read. I am so grateful for this tool. So I encourage you to grab one of your favorite oils for opening yourself up to possibility. Maybe it's highest potential or magnify your purpose. Maybe it's transformation, live your passion, or Ula grow. I have fulfill your destiny, diffusing, and I just love this blend. This came out at the 2017 convention. It has a lovely spicy but citrus aroma to it. I just love it. So when I first train a leader, the most important thing is for them to understand where this goes. They have to stack Young Living against their current job and see that it's a better use of their time. Will you be where you are 5 years from now if you keep doing the same thing you did today? So why do a Young Living business? Young Living allows you to build a willable income that you can leave to your children and family. What could that mean for your family? This isn't a 401k that can run out 6 months after you're gone. It's like having a storefront with employees in your downtown that continues to generate income even if you're not there. Other perks of a Young Living business, there's no income ceiling. You're your own boss. You set your own hours. You can take time off and still get paid. It doesn't matter when you get into the company. The product is consumable and it works. It's easier to share than a pan or weight loss pills or books. And it has virtually no overhead costs, save an affordable starter kit. So you get to see people around you experience financial freedom. You can't put a price tag on seeing your best friend leave a job that costs her time and stress. You get to build lifelong relationships with people who care about natural health. You're able to work with your friends and family. You pick your coworkers and build time economy, the greatest wealth there is. It does not matter how many people you know, and you don't have to be good in sales or speaking. Ready to learn more? So getting started, how do you begin a Young Living business? It's really easy. You print the 101 script in our files, you open your calendar, grab some friends, and schedule a class. That's it. Rinse and repeat. So check this out. It's the Young Living Income Disclosure Guide, and I'm just going to pop this up to share my screen with you. And that is right here. So if you need a little motivation, take a look at this. This is the 26 Income Disclosure Guide. Look at the average income for a Royal Crown Diamond in 2016 was $152,000 a month. What would your life look like if you knew that every month $152,000 was going to be deposited into your account? Would you be stressing out about the little stuff? Would you be finding ways to bless people in your life? Yeah. Finding ways to lift others up? Yeah, I imagine you would be, and so will I. So as a part of this training, I have 6 homework assignments for you. Ow, keep calm and do your homework. It's not bad. You're going to print out this training. You're going to pore over it. You're going to buy a new folder. I picked up these really pretty folders at Staples. You know, skip the manila folder, be kind to yourself, do something pretty. Label it Young Living Business, put your training in there, and a note on these files. I will be sharing this training script with you in our files in our game plan group on Facebook. Sarah Harnish has given us permission. These come directly from her book, Game Plan. She has given us permission to share them with our team. So if you would like to use these scripts with your own leaders, I ask you to honor Sarah's work and purchase a copy of her book. Okay, so the next thing you do is get your hands on a copy of the FDA Compliant 101 script. And again, I will post that in our group, same caveat. If you're going to be using this with your team, for yourself, with your leaders, buy a copy of her book. Write on the 101 notes, the lecture, how you got started. Make the notes your own. Practice the lecture and add the notes to your Young Living Business folder. Then I want you to watch a quick video. It's about a 4-minute video that will help you get over any fears you may have or residual questions about network marketing. It's a lot of fun. You go to YouTube and type in, "I still think it is a pyramid scheme." It's a wonderful cartoon by Pat Petrini that talks about network marketing. And I think it'll answer any residual questions you have for it about network marketing. So then you're going to read over this paragraph. This paragraph is in the teacher training, but I'm going to read it to you now. It's about FDA compliance. You can lose your entire business if you get flagged by the FDA. I'm going to repeat that. You can lose your entire business if you get flagged by the FDA. It is simply not worth it. There is wonderful training out there. The Oil Ability team, which is Sarah Harnish's website, offers a comprehensive FDA training. It's available on DVD. It's also available on her website, oilabilityteam.com, completely free, so that you can feel comfortable about staying compliant. But for your first class, just stick to the Compliant 101 script and you won't have any trouble at all. The FDA is not something to be afraid of. Just follow the rules. Do not diagnose or talk about oils for treating disease. Stay above the wellness line. Oils are for supporting systems, not curing cancer. There are thousands of ways of talking about the oils completely compliantly. People are looking for alternatives to a less toxic lifestyle. Did you know Chipotle has cut all GMOs from their product? Panera is cutting chemicals from their salad dressing. Kraft has cut dyes from their mac and cheese. Heinz has cut corn syrup from their ketchup. People are reading labels and paying attention to what they put in their body. Young Living is a solution to that problem, whether it's chemical-free cleaning supplies, products for babies, makeup, pure essential oils, or health supplements like Ningxia Red or Pure Protein Complete. I know for us, our family's business is thriving, even though our classes are taught 100% compliantly. It's about supporting your systems so your body can run like a well-oiled machine, not curing disease. Okay. The next homework assignment is to tour the virtual office. A lot of times when people get started, they don't even realize all the amazing resources that are out there, and things keep getting changed and updated. So go back and visit it regularly. Access the virtual office by logging into your account at youngliving.com. If you don't have your username and password, call Young Living and they can email it to you. Watch all the videos provided in the Getting Started tab at the top of your dashboard, and read through the documents on the Member Resources tab on the left side of the page. And guess what? They've just completely revamped YL University. It's full of incredible information. Everything is linked together beautifully. So go in there, check it out, watch the videos. Review the Rank Qualification tab. That's the How You Watch You tab in your virtual office. And then also review My Organization tab. That's how you watch your team. And when you study those, you'll be able to see how you rank up in Young Living. Okay, the next homework assignment is to set a date for your next class. Maybe it's your first class. This is about, I want you to stop and take a moment and think about why you're doing this. What are your financial goals? For you to hit silver in 6, think about 4 to 6 classes per month. For it to be a reliable monthly income to pay debt, again, 4 to 6 classes per month. If you just want another $300 a month to buy oils or increase your food budget, 1 class a month should do it. Ask yourself why you're doing this. Type it out so you remember. Put it somewhere where you'll see it often. It's what keeps you focused and driven. Okay, so how to fill classes without knowing people? This is a huge question for lots of people. Our team's biggest success is using free Facebook event pages. Under your photo on the header of your Facebook page, click on More, then Events, and set up an event. Then ask 3 people you know to go into that Facebook event and invite 50 people. Not share it, but invite 50 people to the event. Give them a gift. Make them a gift basket with some Thieves Household Cleaner, a CD about a toxin-free lifestyle. That's another free resource from Sarah. And a peppermint roll-on as a thank you. You'll now have 150 people invited to your class. Of that, maybe 15 to 20 will actually show up if you mark it in the event once a day. Market the class for at least 2 to 3 weeks before the event. Why? Well, people need a heads up, right? They have to get it on their calendar. And standard network marketing numbers are that if you have a class of 10, 2 or 3 will get kits. Now, as you get more experienced at this, you're going to find that percentage increases. After that first class, find the enthusiast, the one that got the kit and loves their oil, and ask to teach to their circle of friends. Ask 3 from the class to go into your next event and invite 50 people each. Always tap into new friend circles and don't keep speaking to the same people. Word of caution, if you use this marketing approach, it grows fast. If you are tenacious and stick with it, your family business will not look the same 1 year from now. Okay, so here are some tips for your class day. Let me pop this back up so you can see this. Okay. So have everyone bring a dish to pass. Don't make all the food yourself. Don't take health questions. That's going to get you down that place where you don't want to go with FDA compliance. Collect contact information. This is really important. This is probably the most important thing to do in your class. Be sure to collect their name, email, and address so you can follow up later. If you don't collect their information, you've lost all the value of that contact that came to your class. Keep your lecture under an hour. This was a big mistake I used to make. I used to go on forever and ever. Just keep it under an hour. Start by telling people how you got involved with oils, read the 3-page 101 lecture, or pop in a pre-recorded DVD of the class. Sarah Harnish has these available for sale on her website. We also have one recorded for our group if you don't feel comfortable speaking. Then have everyone smell the oils in the premium starter kit and explain how the kit can be used. You want to end with a strong close. There are scripts in the book. Tell them how to order on the Young Living website. You'll not help anyone with a starter kit if you don't tell them how to get it. Just tell them where you started your journey. It doesn't have to come off as salesy. It just has to be genuine. Have a laptop set up with internet access so they can order right at the class. Give them an organza bag with a photo of the starter kit, step-by-step information on how to sign up, your business card, and a freebie. My favorite image of the starter kit is just a little half-page flyer available from Life Science Publishing at discoverlsp.com, or you can make your own. And I will also publish that how to sign up that I currently use. You can go in, download it, and update it with your own information. Okay, so now follow-up. Follow-up is your 7th homework assignment. And this is the most important part of your business. Pick up the phone and call the people who came to class. I love this really simple approach to it, 3-10-30. Check in 3 days after class, 10 days after, and 30 days after. You'll run across people who say they're not interested. That's okay, let them go. Those who say they are interested but got sidetracked, great, walk them through getting the kit. And those who say they can't afford it right now. This is actually, they're actually telling you that they don't really understand the full value of why they need it. Find their biggest struggle and make something oily for them that will bless them. Use the same 3-10-30 motto for people who have gotten a kit. What oils have they not used? Do they know how to use the diffuser? Get resources in their hands or get them plugged into new classes and explain essential rewards. Okay, let's talk now for a moment about the biggest mistakes that every stagnant business builder makes. And I mean every stagnant business builder. I have made every single one of these, and we just give you a heads up, so hopefully you'll be able to avoid them. The first one is not having a strong close to your class. And the beauty of what we're talking about tonight is that Sarah provides scripts for this, so that you can feel comfortable closing in a way that doesn't corner anyone, it doesn't make you feel salesy, but it helps people have a call to action and tells them how to get their starter kit. Tapping into the same friend circles. That's a danger. I used to call it the NFL, the No Friends Left Club. We don't want you to be a member of the NFL because of network marketing. So consider using that oilability game plan marketing approach where you have 3 invite 50 to your event, not doing follow-up. This is probably the biggest problem that I see with business builders whose businesses are not growing. They're not following up with people. Remember, people came to you because they wanted to learn more about using oils and they wanted to change their lifestyle. So guide them, help them, support them, give them information. Next is not treating your business as a business. It's about wanting a $10,000 paycheck and holding 1 class a month. It simply doesn't work that way. Yes, mindset is extremely important. Use prayer, use meditation, use the power of attraction, but you still have to do the work. Distractions. Wanting 50 years of aromatherapy knowledge before you feel like you can share oils. There are a bunch of other distractions, spending hours just scrolling through Facebook. It's a distraction. It's not running your business. If this is an area of concern for you, I encourage you to read chapter 23 in the game plan book. She talks a lot more about this. Okay, let's take a moment and talk about your commission check, because this is probably the next question that I get asked the most. How do I get paid? So this is going to be a quick down and dirty intro to the compensation plan from Young Living. It doesn't include all the nitty-gritty details, but I think it'll give you a nice overview. So you have to spend $100 a month to get a paycheck from Young Living. And I encourage you to sign up for the Essential Rewards program to do that. That's a once-a-month auto ship program. You can change the date and what's in your cart anytime you want. So why is that a good idea? Because you'll get 10% back from your first purchase, right? So 10% of your PV in free oils. So to get a paycheck, you're actually only spending $90, right? So that's a wiser way to get paid. Your paycheck is mailed out from the Young Living headquarters on the 17th of the following month. So all of January's sales will be in your February 17th paycheck. In the virtual office, you can go into member resources and direct deposit instructions for US members to have your paycheck directly deposited into your bank account, so you don't need to wait for snail mail. All right, so here's a quick breakdown on your commission check. You get $50 for every premium starter kit where you're the enroller. So that's the $25 premium starter kit bonus and the 25% fast start bonus that's paid on their PV. For the first 3 months, you get 25% of everything they buy. That's called fast start, and it is sweet. After 3 months, you get 8% of all they buy. When they enroll someone, you get a 5% commission on that person's PV. When that person enrolls someone, you get 4% of that PV. That's called unilevel commission. As a star, senior star, and executive, you may also qualify for the Rising Star Team Bonus. And once you reach silver, you may qualify for the Generation Leadership Bonus. Both of these are generous shares from the company every month. Excuse me. So there are 4 parts to your paycheck. Starter kit bonus, $25 on every premium starter kit. Fast start bonus, 25% on all they buy during their first 3 months. Unilevel commission, 8% on those directly under you, 5% on your second level, 4% on your third, fourth, and fifth levels. And then the last part are the bonuses, the shares. The Rising Star Team bonus for star, senior star, and executive, or the Generation Leadership Bonus Silver through Royal Crown Diamond. The first one is based more on volume, and the second is based more on rank, but they are both paid a share of all Young Living's commissionable sales. Okay, so finding your niche. Now, what if you don't want to stand in front of people? Look, there are so many ways of sharing Young Living. You can do classes online or blog in an FDA compliant way, make up samples of the oils and hand them out, then promote the starter kit, give one-on-one classes over lunch, do vendor events. And I imagine that your business is probably going to be a combination of all of those ways of reaching out to people. When you do that, read this training to each person who shares a kit. Reach out and do strong follow-up. However you share, as long as you do it consistently, you will get there. I will say our best successes are when you invite 4 or 5 people to your living room and give the lecture or pop in the DVD if you don't want to stand in front of people. And by passing around the starter kit and telling them how to buy with your distributor number. One last tip for you. Speak life over your business. Your pace and your journey are uniquely yours. Avoid comparing yourself to others. Keep the vision of where you're going and don't give up. Hopefully that answers most of your questions for now. And remember, no question is done. So I'm going to open this up to questions in just a minute. Network marketing isn't a lottery. It's a mathematical certainty. Get out there and share and do it again and again, and you will grow. When you complete those 7 homework assignments, let me know. You will have gone from learning about the virtual office to marketing to hosting your own class to doing thorough follow-up that gets people their starter kits and onto Essential Rewards. So incredible. That will be absolutely awesome and great job. That is one full cycle of your Young Living business. Since most of the fear in this is just getting through that first class, it's fear of the unknown. We all have it. I'm not going, once you do all of that, I'm going to gift you something that will really catapult you, I hope. It certainly catapulted my business, and that is a copy of the game plan book. It lays out a strategy for what to do next. I just wanted to see that you can launch your own business on your own very simply with the 101 script and a starter kit. So that is the bulk of our presentation. I am going to take time at the end to give you some more thoughts on next steps, but I want to open this up to your questions, and I would also like your feedback on this training itself. Do you feel that this gives a great start to new leaders? Look at that. My gosh, we did it in 25 minutes. Right? Is anybody falling asleep? I don't see anybody falling asleep. So come on back on live. Let me see your pretty faces. There you are. There you are. Turn on your microphones and tell me what you love about this training.
Yeah. Just the simplicity, the way you laid it out, Tricia. I mean, gosh. The thing I really need to concentrate on is the follow-up, the 3, 10, and 30. I forgot all about her mentioning that, and that's my weakest point, in which is, the most important one. So I'm definitely going to work on that.
Awesome, Sandy. What are some of your tactics for following up? What do you think you'd like to do?
Boy. Like I said, that's my weakest. I just treat them like friends, and every time I've called somebody, they're happy that I've called. So
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
People really do want to hear from us. I've even called complete strangers. I mean, one advantage to reaching a certain level in Young Living is that they will assign orphans to you. And moving to Spokane, Young Living has generously put people in my organization, knowing that I will be there to help support them. And so I just call them up. I say, hello, my name is Tricia Bart. I'm part of your Young Living support team. And, Sarah gives us scripts on follow-up if this is not your strong suit. And Sandy, like you, this is not my strong suit. It's hard for me to pick up the phone. When I was a teenager, I would talk on the phone for hours. But it's just not my thing anymore. So if you're uncomfortable with it, use Sarah's scripts. I find them very easy. They feel like how I would talk to people. And are you ready to commit yourself to X number of calls, either a day or a week or a month, for following up with people?
Yes, yes. And, it's not just calls. I email people too. I've gotten, some of my classes have been strictly through email from vendor events. We've done that. And then also Facebook. I've gone through Facebook Messenger back and forth. So it's not all calls, calling, for the follow-up. But also, it's been great to, when I do finally call, the hardest part is dialing the phone. Because once I'm on it, then I'm comfortable, when I'm talking to the person. So.
And I want to go back to
I'll work on it
something you said, Sandy, that I think is really important. It's about talking to a friend, right?
Mhm.
So the first part of the conversation may be about oils, but then go back into how you connected with this person in the first place. Maybe you saw that their child just graduated from school or has, gone from kindergarten to first grade. It's that time of the year for us now. Take a moment to comment on them and reconnect with them as a person. Reconnect with them as a person. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up, Sandy. I like follow-up certainly is one of the most important things. Cool.
Has anybody had any luck on the vendor events, doing vendor events? Just any feedback that anybody has?
We have, if we follow up. But we don't give out a prize or anything. We just talk to people and we just approach them and say, hey, have you heard about Young Living Essential Oils? And they kind of slowly come in waiting for us to, leap on them or something. And then we just kind of pick up a bottle and say, here, we're diffusing this today. Isn't this great? And start talking about it. And they willingly give us their information. And so I wish I would have known about the 3, 10, and 30 after some of our bigger vendor shows and done that. We haven't been lucky like some people that sign up, 7 people in one day. We've had 1 or 2 people sign up on the spot from an event, and we were ecstatic about that. So we haven't really, I guess, perfected that. But the follow-up afterwards will really help.
Thanks.
Anyone else want to share on vendor events? Well, then I'll put in my 2 cents on this too. For me, I use vendor events as a way to collect contacts. Actually, Sandy kind of downplayed helping 1 or 2 people get started. I don't think I've ever helped anybody get started with a kid at a vendor event. I think that's an incredible accomplishment. But I will tell you that my 2 biggest legs, the leaders at the top, both came from vendor events. So I think they can be a powerful tool and a way to really kickstart your business. But as Sandy said, that follow-up is critical. Within a couple of days, they'll forget about you. And if you do use, I do like to use a raffle, and you're going to get a stack of information. So I use a form where I can get a sense of how interested they really are. And those are the people that I follow up with first. So just in case I get behind, I followed up with the people who are really interested and, kind of ready to move on it. And I invite them to a class. I always have information about an upcoming event at the vendor event, and I invite them to that.
Tricia, we also use a newsletter program. So right after our vendor event, we put everybody in there. And we had one lady, 3 months later, come to our class, and she was interested, but then we didn't hear from her again. But then when we were at convention, 2 months later, she signed up on her own. So just from receiving our newsletters every week. So that's a very good thing to do too.
That's awesome. Is anyone else using an email marketing kind of tool?
Me.
Is that Shanti?
I'm using one too, and I'm thinking about changing over to the Young Living since it's the more new and improved. I'm thinking about going over to that. I don't know if anybody has used that or changed over to Young Living yet.
I love the Marketing Sense.
And that's what I have. I have the Marketing Sense right now. I just need a little bit more training on it. And I haven't really dove too much into it. And I don't think I'm getting my full potential that I need out of the website. And so I didn't know if anybody is using Young Living at this time.
I don't believe the new Young Living website offering has an email campaign service. And one of the benefits that I like to an email campaign service, as Sandy was saying, is it is one way to drip on people. And and to continue to send information to them and contact them. It's obviously not the same thing as picking up the phone and talking to them, but it can still be a powerful tool in your way of marketing to people and staying in touch. I will say I do use Marketing Sense. I really like it. It has a lot of tools that I find helpful, and they do have a lot of training on their website, Shauna. If there's something specific you want to know more about, let's connect after this, and I'll be happy to help guide you to that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, this is Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
Hey, so I couldn't get my speaker thing. I don't know what's going on. So I couldn't get my speaker broke, but I'd like to at least say something about the vendor events. I agree with Sandy. It's definitely follow up. But when you're at the vendor event, I feel like, at least the ones I've been to so far, people are like, oh, Young Living, yeah, I have it. Or yeah, my sister has it. Or, it seems to be a lot in Quincy and the surrounding area now, which obviously we all don't have 40,000 people under us. So it's obviously not everyone is taken, but it is kind of discouraging sometimes. But yes, when you get those pieces of paper that says, yes, contact me, or yes, I'm interested in a class or whatever. Yes, follow up. But just don't discourage if you choose to do vendor events that you might not get that, happy, happy ending. But that's the way it sounds really awful right now. But you know what I mean? You're going to leave and you might be like, oh gosh, no one signed up, or no one sounded really interested. But yeah, you'd be surprised how many people, that's happened to me too, Sandy, as far as people end up signing up months later and you're like, oh my gosh. But then in Marketing Sense, the great thing about that is you can put how you met them or got their name. So then you can refer back to them and say, oh yeah, I met them at the mall vendor event or something like that. So.
Right. And so you might want to target what kind of vendor events you go to. If you're feeling like all the wellness ones are saturated with people who already know about Young Living oils, go to a bridal expo or do something that's a little different, where, especially now that we have makeup, there's a whole nother connection that you can make with people.
Yeah, which, a little side note, your face looks fabulous.
So I'll be doing a class on Savvy Minerals next Wednesday to show you guys how easy this stuff is to use. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Hey, Christine, can you hear me? I think she's on. Maybe not.
She is on.
I do have a question on
Sure, Shauna.
the makeup. Like, as far as showing people, I don't know if you've had a chance to show people, but do you buy extra brushes, or how do you do that as far as having them apply it on their own face? And
yeah, so we'll go into this. I'll have resources for you and everything on the class, but yes, you do need to have separate ways to put some minerals out for them. And a lot of people are using their own brushes, cleaning them in between each application. And just a reminder, if you are not a makeup artist, did I already say this tonight? If you're not a makeup artist or someone with specific licensing, you are not allowed to apply makeup to their face. So in some ways, that's an awesome thing. That's what I love about Young Living. We teach people to fish rather than feeding them, right? We teach them how to do it for themselves. So you'll do the same thing with the minerals. But yeah, there are actually a couple of Facebook groups started now that have all kinds of information on where to find those resources. If you would like to be connected to those, just let me know, and I'll be happy to do that. Okay, any other questions on the training tonight? Would you feel comfortable sharing this with your up-and-coming leaders or people who are interested in learning more about a Young Living business?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. A lot easier than the torture I put a lot of you through, right?
Hey, we all learn together, you know?
Right. And let's talk about how inexpensive this is too, right? This is 3 pages. It's not handing somebody books and tons of printed material, right? That they're going to put in a folder and never look at again. So awesome. Well, gosh, I so appreciate you guys joining me tonight. There are a couple things coming up that I want you to know about. And let me just turn to my notes so I can do that for you. So the next steps after this training and having your first class, and most of you have already had your first class, but read the game plan and work your way through the boot camp. The boot camp is completely free, and it's a series of videos that, so you can learn however you like to learn. You can listen to the book on Audible. If you do not already subscribe to Audible, I can gift you a free copy of Game Plan to listen to. By the book, there's a workbook, so you can do your homework in there, work your way through the videos. So Susan Martz, our Upline Platinum, has a boot camp starting in July, and I have another one starting in September. If you are ready to get started sooner, that is awesome. Just speak with the person who got you started or the person who told you about this presentation and do it together. Ask them to be your accountability partner. I'm also here if you need someone to connect with. So you have officially survived Young Living Business School. Time to go out there and spread your wings. Remember, this isn't about selling oils. It's about passion and compassion. Passion for the oils and knowing they work, and compassion for the person, wherever they are in their wellness journey. I promise you are about to see miracles. So that is our training on bootcamp. I encourage you to join one of those offerings. And also, I'll put this offer out there for those of you who were not able to attend Young Living's convention this year. Early bird pricing continues through June 30th at $149. That's only available to people who attended this year. However, we can register for more than one ticket. So if you would like to take advantage of that, reach out to your nearest upline who attended convention and ask them if they will add you to their registration. And you can work out money with them about how to do that. But you can do that. That'll save you $40 off of the early bird pricing, which is effective July 1st at $189. Okay. Well, guys, if there aren't any other questions or thoughts before we wrap up for tonight?
Well, this is Wendy. I just want to thank you, Tricia, for having the class tonight.
Oh, Wendy, I'm so glad you could join us.
I was on the phone with you because it's just crazy here, so I just didn't want everything showing up in the background. So
I understand.
But
great to hear your voice. I'm so glad you were able to join us at convention this year.
Oh, and I just need to make up my mind and buy my ticket tonight. So
yeah, take advantage of that early bird pricing for convention attendees. It's really worth saving that $40.
I agree. It was a blast, so love to go again.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ladies, thank you all so much for taking time out tonight. It was wonderful to see you and chat with you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you,
too.
Tricia.
Bye-bye.
Yep.